All right, in school as we speak. See you there. Just waiting on signal through Alpha Bravo's signal lines, string location setting instructions. You guys are fine at formation line calculations. General is going to get a lot more complicated now because the thing is, guys, the framing line rotation is your computer frame. So think of it this way, communication algorithms. How I communicate is all levels of computers. Okay? You're a computer frame, and understanding the genetic patterns into the epigenetic line setting is really understand the hippocampus of you through your clustrum. This is your clustrum. This is your throat. This is your panels. There's panels in all set location of correlation. It's going to get very complicated, right? Sometimes I'm confusing. Sometimes I'm on signal. Sometimes I'm off position, but I'm never on line calculations and off position, right? So everything that I say in traction is always balance. Balance of space, balance on time, because I find a positions to a production that sets position to a pre-production. It's like acting correlation settings all levels of film, getting things ready in set location to a system. It's all levels of travel calculations, right? How to see yourself through inference structure is understand how to see yourself through track locations. Now we come into pi spectrum. Pi spectrum is based on how we use our settings, how we use our clockings, how we use our seconds, minutes, and hours through frame. Okay, channels through frame, provisions through frame, clockings through frame, calculations of frame, computers of frame. Okay, so it's really understand the 24, 48, 72, and 144 is always in provision to each chakra. And each chakra, you're never going to be using all chakras all at once. You're in a modification line center. Let's say you go through a throat pattern, right? You have a sore throat, right? And so, and that's that location line centers. If 6 is the throat line rotations, you can use 6, 6. In position location, 6 line slash line 6, 6. Track locations, that's 6 over pi, 6 line divisions, and 6 rotation settings, right? So that's 666 line calculation stream locations, add 1 line of pi, position track lines, okay? That's 6,000 Stargate panel line conditions of travel. Hoo-ah, right? Throat is fixed. Now, to understand how that all works, it's complicated, right? But it's a lot of fun if you really understand the universal self of you and set location inside position. You have 114 chakras, okay? Now, the division patterns has high calculations to a stream location. Once you understand that your chakra system is working for you, not against you, it doesn't work anything against, it's always for you. Okay, so it's about understanding how to communicate to your chakras, not at your chakras. You talk to your system. You don't talk at your system. Okay, so we all have to understand how this all works in panel communications. I was doing a live last night, line rotation, position location at presence line. I don't say past reference anymore because it's gone. It doesn't exist. All it does sets position off track location at each chakra in my position operation. Now I have eternities to each chakra through an activation stream. That's infinities and stargates, star maps, star panels, star positions, star track locations, and the star connections. Everything through star recognition time sequence puts everything through your site location travel settings. Okay? Really understand your chakra system is there for you. Nothing is against you. The only thing that is against you is something you don't understand. And if you don't understand that, your chakra is there to help you out. Each chakra has its own mapping sequence of infinities, infinities, infinities of information. The deeper core line calculating setting puts you in a higher line rotation surface. Now, because the team communication of the atoms is in 1400 position line connection settings, that's 1 over pi, 4 over system, and 2 operations, 2200. Okay, so To understand position line calculation setting, how to really understand the connections of its relays or its overlays or its position to its overtrack or its underscore or its pi-direction time sequence. It's all position and track locations in your tracker system. Now you can use many start gates and set location of portals, but you understand the motivation, the activity, and line position location of its structure, of its GOD. This is extremely high line calculation setting of 24 million frames per second per channel per square. Now the calculation over pi redirects panels, position of travel lines. Now in that direct set locations, this is 200 in line calculation settings and 4 track locations, 24 light years away of information. 24 million years in future of information through chakras. Okay? Seeing that communications, you're already there. Boom. Done through equation, right? So the spectrum communication is already set up through division. You guys are coming back into your memory of what you already know, not what I'm giving you. I don't give you things in set locations. I don't attract this line calculation setting. You find a way to attract what's your individual locations, how to use your sun, and how to use your moon. Light through traction, moon through motion. Okay? Each has a light signature. The only difference of the sun is a holographic line setting. In position of the moon is a moonbeam. Its position of light and dark webs. Your brain convergent lines in the classical calculation streamline is the clustrum, the position of the throat pattern that sets position of track lines to your heart direction of time sequence. Now that's an alignment line calculation of streamline. Very complicated stuff. And I think it's important that we do a Zoom today because you guys are going to go, what did I just hear? What did I just see, right? Why do I understand this? But it doesn't make any sense to me, right? So it doesn't make sense to you, but it makes sense to the avatar, okay? Because the avatar is nothing but energy, vibration, frequencies, and harmonics. This is the technology we're coming into, okay? Now, once you understand that, you understand each chakra is a frame positioned to a video screen, which is positions of your box. And that's where Mother Earth is coming in position. Her perception is higher levels of pi spectrum. Her calculation line interference is open in more colossal communication settings, the colossal calculation. She coming into her galaxy of north, west, south, and east. So she's traveling to enter her space line, okay? Into her sectors, vectors, and quads. Seeing how everybody is doing. Seeing how the team is doing. See if they understand their set position track lines. Get into information panel. Get into correlation line settings. Try to understand how to use the spectral communications to your phone. Left is space, right is Earth. Okay? Left is time, right is percentage. You got 70% line calculation setting, high line interference, and Mercury communication setting, and track communication levels of your phone. That's percentage line calculation setting. That's 30% location over pi. 100%. Boom. 30% to go, 100% line calculation setting. Charge, mechanism, high position, high power, over power. Indirect signal and position of track lines. Left line signal is position of travel communication lines of numbers. How to use the numbers in track location system attraction. If I get a panel communication line interference to track position of operation server location position of all lines in that communication, says 11 line interference into 4 track locations. Thumbs up, position of traction. 1 panel, 2 panels. Okay, 1 2 panels over pi. Position locations of 4. Travel communication, 4 line calculation stream. Done. Manifestation. But you're asking, what did I manifest? I manifest 2 panels, communication stream locations, high setting. But what does that mean in position traction? See, it's about understanding. What you don't understand is what's understood. What is understood is through the avatar that understands these things. And it only mechanizes its line setting, line interference position to each track location system. Your track locations, when it comes into all those, the ones that start off into the galactic force, the galactic federation, the rebellion, or anything through locations into interdimensional gods, into the mortals, and communications, God particles, or anything through atom communications, stream location, operation, line interference, position of attraction. How do I keep going? Because it's already set. I'm not adding things. I'm giving back things to you. So you understand your memory and position of track locations has a flowing mechanism line setting. Alpha channel, right? Position of delta wave, right? Theta communication, right? Or mega channel, right? We all understand how this sets positions of track lines and really understand position locations. So in that line communication, make sure you're getting your pre-flights. Pre-flight communication lines is set up in position location general. Calculation lines are marked about test rate line interference of tetrahedron is already in position location directly in location of 7 position location line interference of 2 line rotation position operation center location. Tango 5 strict communications off of Bravo. Right? So really getting into line calculation setting because your mind is going so fast. So when you start with the line calculation of a dot, you're always going to end up back in the center because it's you. So inline calculation, inner line space, outer line space, line spectrum, pi position of track lines, right? Point system. Right? Stay in the center line communications. You got a holographic structure of a screen, right? So it's about creating something from inline calculation, the highest level of Stargate line stream. You're always going through portals. You're always going through star maps. You're always going through stargates. You're always going through your geometric operation of design. You're automatically going through your set position, location, travel, communication, line interference, dimensional location, operational location setting. So in this system, in position, track, communication, line setting, all right, in track locations, this is how you go through formulas, equations. There's spectrum calculations of pi. All right. So it's really to understand how this is all set up, location of tones. Mechanism high interference, alpha line rotations, one wave line rotation, center position track communication line system. That's pi, all through vibration. Right? But you're trying to state, but general, what does this all mean? Well, it means everything through vibration on graph line screens. So it's calculating high interference of 5 lines in position of 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 crosses lines of 10. 10 line set locations in a box. Now you can have a box triangulating set lines, or you can have a separation communication setting in track lines, which means you're communicating in interference, or you can communicate with triangulation in position of box location. Okay, so this is this. This is this, all through all set location line settings, Omega. Mega communication is center line calculations, 3 spectrum lights of communication and triangulation reset position programs. All calculates high interference, all line rotation into your pyramid set location. Okay, done by equation, right? Very complicated stuff. Now, waveline centers, high line rotate routers and routers. Routers and routers, you got a router line rotation interference, or Wi-Fi communication satellites, position of towers, communication settings, Alpha Bravo communication Tango, Foxtrot, Juliet communication Golf. Really recognize the communication setting, attractive correlation setting, electronic communication, alphabetical line calculation setting in box. Set location, triangulation, reset location, equal line calculation interference, marked by line interference, location, travel. Boom, done. All right, so there's so many line communication spectrum pi lines, position of pi spectrum. So pi spectrum pi, direct, redirect, okay? Realign, readjust, refocus, reconnect, right? Revalue, value, okay? Volume, revolume. So it's volume. So we understand how to direct and redirect. You got 4 panel communication lines of north, in position of east, in position of west, and set location of south, okay? North, east, west, south, right? Diamond core line settings, high track location. Mechanism line interference, 1 Fibonacci line swirl, line rotation, center position traction. Clocking line, center line interference, and set position location 3 settings. Travel calculations, 1, 2, 3 set location. Okay, back in equation line interference, clustrum, calculation of throw pattern, and line communication of 2 tubes. Rotate line centers of pi position line track lines, clocking line rotations into 144, high sky lines, high grid line rotation. Tracks with correlation settings of panels, direction of time sequence, puts position locations all levels of point system. Traffic communication line settings of point in set location. Direct communication lines of panels, direct location line centers of 3 set location. Calculation line interference, all levels line centers, point. So we track location of centers of operational lines location across signals. Setting position location mechanism line interference. Pi direction high sequence. Alpha, delta, pi. Direct line panels calculation set as a sonar. Direction of time sequence. Clocking line center line interference at 144. Track location high settings. Into position location of 24 panels. 40 line symbols. 72 track lines and 144 correlation setting and interference. Into position location at 344 line signals and high position operation surface of set location. Done by equation. Now, what I just finished doing is basically understanding the pi spectrum of your set locations and setting attractions. Okay, it's very complicated stuff, but once you understand the face recognition time sequence, puts you all levels of track location. Okay, very powerful stuff. Very advanced. Okay. So we all have to understand how to use our set locations when we come into ground lines. Position locations, open signal, and position line calculations, right? Center line calculation, setting a point system. So we have to understand the triangulation line calculation setting to our position location, our pyramids. Direct lines, high center interference, 2-point system locations. Direct communications of pi, direct line settings. Opens all signals, 2 panels, line rotation. Okay, see that? Get an XT1000 on line position of standby. Right? Eagles landed, boom, right there. Track location, right? Alpha Bravo. Okay, see how that works? See how it sets line calculations? Now the ground line opens up signals, line rotation at 2 panels. Direct line calculation of 1 in center position operation. Okay, calculation line interference, sets position of track lines in position of Asgard, in line set location of travel. Done by equation. Okay, see how I changed the spectral communication of pi, direct and line panels and high line interference and high position of travels. See how amazing that is through all track location settings. You bring in another XT1000 line rotation, the 3 set location travel lines, mechanism line interference, 3 line rotations and center track communication setting attraction. So mechanism high setting, see it's very complicated, right? Because it's very high. So it's all about understanding how to get into vortex flux, how to get into dimensional flux, how to get into a vortex flux, how to get into a mega flux, a multi-layer flux, a dimensional, interdimensional, intergalactic flux. Flux is communication line, set location of flux capacitor. Position of 3-point systems, okay, and set location of 3 triangles, right? 3 line calculations into timestamp, position of travel. Set location of center lines and set line and Fibonacci line rotation surface, triangulation calculation, high interference, and high line rotation to the setting. Tractors correlation of point system. Center communications, box line rotation into triangulation. Triangulation, okay, and position location of box location, right? Male, female, female, male. Male talking to a female. And 3 track locations through pi. Okay, direct and line communication line interference. Heather's here, line rotations. Vega command center. Okay, data streams comes out, line interference to 2 line rotations. Track locations. Hemdall's here, line calculation Asgard. Confirmation of towers of communications. Right? Gypsy's over here, line signals to stargates. Set locations. Chris is over here, line position location of pyramids. Direct and communications, all levels. Set position of track lines, all calculation, modification, interference. Charlie, echo line communication, tele waving line interference, dog communication, telegraphing. Set position location, all levels, and Morpheus position of center lines. Setting direct locations, atom line calculation, security, and 2 panels operation stream locations. Box position, line setting, high operation. Done by equation. Okay. So, Golf Romeo Echo Alpha Bravo. Copy that over out. So I really want you to understand how you guys have to mechanize in your setting location, your tracker set locations. Understanding your provision is the 1 cycle line rotation center position and traction. That's all that just by this. Where's the mechanism line streams? Where's the set location of all settings? Where's the box line interference? Where's the travel communication system? Where's the correlation panels? Where's the tracker calculations of pi spectrum? Where's the position of tracker communication? I just keep going on and 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 on. This is not a 1. This is everything of what it is. Because you know what it is in position track line? It's nothing but letters, numbers, shapes, and symbols. And set location of setting and all line rotation, position, travel, and calculation to a system. That's all it is. Graph location of screen lines. Algorithms. How everything correlates high line centers of 0, 1 position 0, calculations of 2, set lines of 0, position of 3, 4, 5, and 6 line communication. Sets the lines to 2 line position, all levels, 3 weather pattern location, pyramid line, center interference, percentage line calculation, string location, right? Clustrum is the panel correlation of the throat and center position operation, right? Center correlate high interference, travel position of quadrant lines. So you got a quadrant line communications, quotons, calculation Xylon. Xylon line interference. Now Xylon communicates to a Z-line graph that sets load and tilde line interference, operation line calculation setting, and position locations all levels. Neutralize correlation setting atom, line rotation at 3 set location. Sets travel calculations 3 lines, calculation of 4 line rotation. Travel communication scans lines, high center interference of 0 communication. Operation line surface comes in as pi spectrum communication clock lines in 144. See how that works? See how I go through energetic graph lines and spectrum communication lines of clots calculation stream location of the clustrum. And set position location of throat pattern, all positional travel lines. Indirect locations of 2 vectors, 3 cross lines, 4 line position location of 5 measure. It's amazing how you track the correlation center, center position location of cluster communication center, track coordinate high interference of 3 triangulation, reset position program location of metric graph communication lines, center interference of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 position location of panel communication lines, center location of travels. Done by equation. All right. So this is what you have to recognize correlation setting, because your chakra is going to open up each calculation line stream. Directing line calculations to clockings, line setting high interference, 114 equals lines, infinity. Infinity on 1 line string. So that's 1 crop circle line calculation setting to 1 billion cycles. 114 crosses stream, center line rotation, tracked as correlation panel. Okay. So in position line calculation, this is how it's going to happen in signal line connections. All levels of travel line registers of time sequence. Putting 114 line calculation 0 gravity, open up their activation line centers only in 1 spectrum communication, 1 infinity cycle. Done. Atoms are opened up to that line signal. Now you understand why you need zoom, because now the cluster communication setting through position of 2 panels are open through throw patterns. Direct communication of center lines in position of galaxy line string line interference and metric communication string location and computer operation. Direct communication triangulation reset position of programs. Tesseract tetrahedron line position location of travel lines and mechanism high setting. Done by equation. All right. So getting in position of track lines is all about understanding how to set line calculation settings. So all lines of atoms, atom equals line correlation setting to travel equal line calculation settings, spectrum communication settings of pi, positional location all levels, opens up pattern communication lines of pi, direct location of 3 line settings, point system line calculation setting high interference, brain converge location of 4 triangles, line interference to northwest, south, and east, position of track lines, 4-point system, 3 line calculation setting, 7 spectrum communication line center interference, 5 over triangulation, high position locations, box lines of triangulation interference, triangulation of box position, open all signal with calculation center, and 114 position spectrum communication, 0 gravity, ozone line rotation. Done by equation. All right. So, like I said, mind blown, right, of what just happened now. So, what are we coming into? 13. 13, number 13, which is what? Inset position location to your month. Track to its correlation setting to all levels. Come into high setting locations into O. Operation line calculation setting, position location of G. All calculation line settings. Signal line communication of K. K line interference. High position location on silo. Silo line interference of Xyron. Line rotation center position of spectrum. Communication setting position operation. Cluster communication settings open all signals. Position location of all levels. AI-tron communication settings, mechanism high rotation center, and position location triangulation, reset position program location, high interference, position location pattern, position location code weaving, signify communication line centers, echo kilo line rotation to 444 position drop communication setting, signal lines, communication to spectral communication, disappeared and reappeared, down by equation. All right, so that's set location high interference. All right. So correlations of Mike. Mike set let's high calculation streamlines. All right, position locations. It was all calculation operation. Sets position of 2 zeros line operation, 2 panels correlations and 1 signal. Okay. So in that line calculation, 1 signal crosses lines of pi, direct location of 3 line rotation. Direct and communication crosses string. Center lines is correlation setting. Sun comes in, moon comes in, line rotation surface and triangulation. Okay. Now, the triangulation sets point systems. Set lines of triangulation Hall settings. Hall positions of 4-point systems and mechanism height set location. Right? Drop position lines, a mic, mechanism lines, intelligent location, communicate and operation lines, height calculations up above, what's below, center correlation setting and track location setting, and all line rotations into flyover records of time sequence, and a new pattern, and a new pyramid, and a new router line rotation setting and track location of zero gravity, and 114 position and travel lines, and center line communication setting, and one spectral communication setting, flux fast position locations, 4/3 lines of 7, 7 lines of 5, 5 lines of 12, 24 line rotations, and center communication. Okay, done by equation. All right, so that's done through equation line streams. How's everybody doing through traction? Breathe, General, breathe. So, you guys are open to 1400 line settings of 2200 line connections of the clockings of 10, 10 over 2 over lines of 12, 12 to 24. Cycles communication line settings and track location line centers. So you guys are no longer in 24,000 lines and measure in position of seconds. You guys are 24 million now of frames. Setting to correlation setting put you guys in a 3100 line stream. Okay, so your 1500 line calculation settings and position of track lines and 114 chakras and center zero gravity location. Done by equation. Tomorrow, inline rotations and center position line calculation setting travel lines. Tomorrow is calculation to what? Position location. Tomorrow never comes. It's also position travel lines. So actually tomorrow is communication line high interference position location on Monday. So in communication line interference is truly understand how to get into your echoes and chambers and communication stream location and settings. Really understand how to use your target communication to a surface. Really understand how to use the operation line calculation setting. So all atoms in the rotation center is now open through 114 chakras in zero gravity. That's 1 billion cycles in crop circle location settings of Mother Earth, done by equation. Right, it's all set up. You're in 1500 line calculation setting out of 1400. Boom. Center position track lines. Now, position locations, all levels. The activation stream location comes in a 24 line setting. That cycles its communication setting, a clock line interference, a clock line rotation, clock line high center location spectrum, pi position locations over pi, overcharge, overline communications, power over records of time sequence. Okay, puts position location in settings. All right. So in that track location system, the beginner's line stream interference and activated line interference, position of travel communication setting. The line position of zero gravity, their target communication is open through 24. Okay. So I know exactly how it sets position travel communication line interference. Now they're not in that location to its awakening, but they're in the process location of its awareness. So the 24 lines of zero gravity line rotation to their target communication high center appears on 114 target communication setting and is now in signal through modification line interference of ozone communication lines, zero gravity communication setting, and digital frame communications of 1 0 line rotation and box triangle box communication setting and track location. Done by quick. It's all said, done. So it's amazing how we track location and settings through high spectrum. All right. So anybody in line rotations and set position track lines, let's see, the Black Duck 101s are in line position of 24. Track location setting, the track lines calculation setting. Get you guys in mechanism line interference between your systems. Pop up for position locations, high center interference, golf calculation, high interference, alpha bravo. Sector correlations of pi, direct signal location of patterns. Now in that direct signal location system, position of track lines, okay, high center interference, intermittent guide communication stream location is now at 48. Position location line setting, high interference is zero gravity location of one chakra only in setting line interference. Getting your position location also in 1500 position travel lines. We got to get a balanced signal to all calculation lines, a species line, and correlation setting to each chakra communication system in zero gravity of a 13 division line stream location to its position location of its patterns. It opens all signal lines and communication settings to alpha bravo communication line centers, taking all communication of beta waves out through equation. Done by equation. And we're beta. Beta's out, done. That's it. It's gone. All right. Center communication zero gravity. Line positions of tracks. Now, the high position locations into the mortal status quo is line setting. Now, they're in the quantum line rotation center interference in position of zero gravity, one line cycle. That puts position location into 72. 72 in zero gravity to one chakra position line connection settings, but they're also in 1500 rotation surface at 31 line calculations. Introducing the blocking line rotation to the sun of integration lines of projection. The projection location of visualize the cortex and mystical streamline setting puts position location to your system in dimensional line settings into the cerebral to its cortex lines of a placebo cortex setting in direct line rotation to one symbol, one letter, one shape, one number, and one rotation. Done by equation. Center correlations to God particle stream location line setting is in position locations to all set location line setting. In high line interference in track location system is line setting high angle rotations into 100 communications. 1 0 line rotation, 0 gravity. Set line calculation settings. Now the position locations when it comes into all set locations into the atoms is now in line calculation setting to 114 of 0 gravity in one chakra at 1500 line rotations, introducing the sun in the moon line rotation of projections over pi in spectrums at set locations. All right? Set line calculation setting. Kilo out, Alpha Bravo. Tango, tango. You see why you guys need a Zoom? You never know what to expect with general AI, right? So how's everybody doing so far? Like, well, what just happened here? Data communications line interference, location of travel line interference, business location operation lines and locations of travels. Know exactly how to set these things up through perimeters of parameter line position of travel lines. So center position locations. Monday calculation streamlines, getting you guys into all level line settings of clockings. Okay, so we're going to go line rotations in position track lines. So we're going to go through step by step by step through each chakra line setting. Now that's a course channel in one division of one pattern into a mystical cortex divine line setting of division and centers lines of sectors, vectors, and quads and set locations. Exactly, Gypsy. You're melting. Should I say what's going on here? Woo! What's going on, General? So, all right. There's a lot. Today was a very powerful class, guys. I'm just saying that, after open all these line signals and panel communication settings, redirecting set location of your systems. So we have no correlation setting to beta wave anymore. It's gone. It's out. No more radio signals. We're gamma line setting high interference is sigma. Setting track location 1, setting line rotation omega. This is an alpha line change that directs the location alpha bravo. Set spectrum lights communications over pi, directing panels lines and high center interference. So all calculated on interference omega line and wave line rotation is center position of track lines in set location. Okay. Line signal lines in position avatar and set location. Right. Directing line calculation, setting the triangulation reline rotation patterns. Position line connection, walking surface location triangulation reset programs. Calculation line interference in position locations in alpha, delta, and theta line communications. Alpha, delta, and theta is now set up. Okay. Beta is out of the equation. Equals line calculation. Perceptions over pi. Line settings. Negative over positive. Positive over negative. Sets position track line. Yin and yang. Let's go. Equal line calculation. 86. Center line rotations. Center line interference. Scratch line communications. Cancel delayed erase. All position of beta. Out of the equation location. Boom. Done by equation. All right. So there's no more center calculations beta anymore. It's gone. Done. Finito. Mother can't travel lines in beta anymore. She's set position alpha, delta, and theta. Omega set location is center lines, triangulation, reset position programs, and pyramid. Okay? So she's in alpha, delta, and theta line connections. All right? Boom, boom, boom. 3 set location. Traffic calculation of the sun. Travels line, center line, and position. Position locations all levels of the sun and rotation. Okay? Hoo-ah. Traffic calculations of pi. Direct lines of panels. Calculation of 3 lines. Sets position of 4. Sets correlation settings of 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 set location. Mega multi-pass. Okay. So Mother Earth is surfacing line coordinates setting the travel lines. Mechanism calculation high interference. One graph line stream. Okay. Cloud division line and rotations and settings. Okay. So she's setting up her crown and line rotation surface and triangulation. Point systems of platforms in position line calculation setting. Tablets, templates, and line rotations of box location. Travel calculation line settings and travel settings. Direct positions of panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 set locations. Position line track lines. Crosses stream. Directing line calculation. X2000 comes in. Panel line centers right through the center position location. Scans lines and 3 lines of mechanism high calculations. Mike, Foxtrot, 2 panels, 3 lines, 4 lines, 5 lines, 6, 7, 8 line rotations. Travel calculation high interference in 0 gravity. Sets position locations, all settings. 1 position and 2 panels operation. Mechanism line coloration line streams. Okay, into capsule. Capsule calculation of spectrum correlates in sending attraction. Capsule line center line interference and mechanism high position location of Mother Earth in set location of travel. Mega multipass. Dumb equation. Box line center line interference and computer operation. There's the computer operation setting. Dumb equation. Hoo-ah. So we're going to work on the templates and 2 line signals and 3 line rotations. Graphing communication settings of walk line surface into astrological communication travel lines and set location. Ground lines, high interference, center line interference, and earth line communication and travel. Ooh-ah. Okay. All right, let's see here. Communication gypsy, Heather line connections all levels, ponds, calculations all meson line is Heather, line interference. Let's go in position location of Chris, Janelle, line centers Danelle, high calculation stream location of Gingy location of Johnny calculation stream locations, all of those settings, high position Ziggy, line interference and travel communications. Copy that over now. Confirmed. All set position track communication. Okay. All right, so she's surfacing line interference. She has no more beta wave line setting. Out by equation. That's it. So you guys are in signature line calculations of 1 gamma. 1 equals line gamma, make line interference into box triangle. Set locations high center interference into little triangle and little box location system. Track its correlation setting 1 gamma line signature high interference, high position of the sun and communication of the moon, waiting on a rotation center position traction. Setting direct line calculation setting high position locations. Now the gamma line interference sets position track communications and ground lines. Sets communication all settings, all level rotation surface and position of pyramid. Routers in line calculation setting 1 line rotation into position location to its orbs, and line calculation setting in detections and high set location of travel lines. 3 line position location settings in all position to its operation. Ooh-ah, dumb equation. All right. Oh, you're welcome, Heather. No, I'm just saying location settings and track lines. So remember we came in this line stream location? Mother Earth, right? Well, she's now in signature stream location. So we're going to add frames. So she's line calculations in new bodies of water of 7 line streams. Equal line calculations in line settings of 5 lines of measure, 6 lines of provision, and 8 lines infinity. That's 8 position of travels, 8 position location calculations, 8 position location line interference, 8 position location of grounds, 8 position of center, and 8 position location of center position. 2 panel communication lines of colossal calculations. Stream lines, cross line high interference, high position of rainbow wash, line rotations into solargraph line rotation setting and track location high center interference and position location programs, center line communication setting and calculation high interference, eye line rotation interference and track communication setting and probe locations. Track this coordination setting into the other line communications, direct and redirect position of the panel, high interference and domes. Calculate high interference, zero gravity line rotation setting, track locations alpha, delta, theta. That my question. All right. So I set up graph line calculation Mother Earth. She's in rotors and her line calculation setting. Wi-Fi position of satellite communication streamlines. Center line rotation. Center line communication in all levels. Okay, so we got 15 line calculation streams. 15 waving cycles, equal line calculation of 0, 0 operation. Track calculation 1, 0 lines, sentence lines and calculation stream locations. So that's 15,000 channels. Sets position location settings and 3 bracket location center. Direct line calculation lines of 16 panels. Box lines, rotation center, and triangulation set location, triangulation reset position programs. Center correlation setting, 3 lines of pi, 6 lines of division, and 2 position location settings. 5 line signals, and 7 location. Now, directing communication settings, really understand how to use the 15,000 line triangle, set location of 0 lines, 3 operation and 7 locations, flux capacitor, 1 rotation center, direct communication 3 panels, and line calculation setting of pi, correlation setting. Direct communications equal lines, 0 equals lines of 144, track location setting, E calculation lines of alpha bravo, set location lines of star gates, star panel line interference 144 measure, position of track line, scales lines, 15,000 line streams, set position of 3 over 2 over pi, set location line settings, 5 hour line mechanism, high calculation setting, 15,000 line set location centers, back and correlation setting, back and center line interference, view to location high center, box triangle communication triangulation reset position, female, male, male, female, position location, earth line correlation setting, track location setting, measurement, position location, travel, and position to operation service. Done by equation. All right, so schematics over pi. Mother Earth is in a line calculation string. Okay, so her perception is high positioner settings. Okay. Yep. In position locations, there Morpheus, setting location triangulation. Pi settings high interference, 3 over lines, 2 over positions, 1 over line calculations, and 2 bracket location of 1, 0. Now, the 0 communications comes in 3 line rotations, flux past position travels, direct location to ground lines, set position all levels, set location to Merkaba, and line rotation center and traction. Line calculation setting is 0 lines, and set position of 0 operation, and position of panel communications, and line calculation of clock line centers, in intelligence and position of travel communication. Now, directing communications sun sets lines of north, lines of east, opens up panels, lines of pyramid line stream location of set location of detection. Done by equation. Center calculations. There's the intelligence. Boom. Mechanism of travel lines, pyramid stream location setting, crosses stream coloration line interference and position. Calculation line stream high line rotations, blocking centers, high calculation stream locations, mechanism high interference, placebo cortex line calculation setting, brain convergent line of routers and line rotation center and spectrum communication. Okay, done by equation. All right, it's all done. Spectrum communication is now in position track lines. Open signal, see? Communication line center is its capsule correlation setting of traction. Okay, done by equation. All right, so center of position location, Mother Earth. It's all levels of Mother Earth. All right, so in that track locations, forming line center location of 0 lines, 0 lines, 0 lines, and 0 lines, and 4 track location diamond core, position of traction. Setting coordinating high interference and pyramid line stream location at 2 line rotations. So that's 2 panels, equal line calculation settings, and 1 line provision of 2 track locations. Position line calculation centers, 0 line rotations, and other track location settings, and 1 provision. Setting correlations of 0 gravity, 0 gravity, 0 gravity, 0, 0, 0 gravity, 0, 0, 0 gravity, position of 9, 9, 9, 9, position location of 9, 9, 9, position location of 4, position location of 3, 7 indicate line interference, 5 position locations, all line center interference, 7 position location of bodies of water, track location lines, alpha bravo, communication line setting, star gate, star panel, star position, star time. Direct line calculation setting and spectral communication line calculation setting and new panel communications center line interference magnetic highway information line rotation of cloud in coordinate setting the track location setting the track position all levels operational line centers and direct core line rotation of point system line position location northwest south and east and traffic communication. So her spectrum solar sphere is line setting and set location line setting. Spectral communication comes in line position of box line rotations, sets lines of correlation settings and point system. Traffic calculation high interference, sets position location line centers and box line calculation. Triangulation high interference, sun comes in, sets position track lines, opens all signals, opens all panels and line rotation center, and track to its communication setting and position to its system. Okay? Done by equation. All right? So, but it's amazing how she comes in high setting through perception. All right, so she's going to fly out records of time settings. Flywheels, high calculation infinity 8, line setting high interference, routers and line rotation interference, high calculation setting 24, terrain line cycles, high in line rotation position of wires, correlates high interference, electrical line communication and fusion. Direct and line calculations at 2-point systems. Center track location lines and cloud lines, high line rotation center interference. Directing panel communications, line signals, and travel communication of panel lines and pyramid line rotation. Triangulation high interference 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. Position location track. Direct line centers, 0 line communications, 2 panels, line stream. Open up dimensional door, line rotation, surface, and triangulation. Sets correlations of 2 panels, line set location of triangulation, reset position of programs. Calculates modifications, face recognition, time sequence. Now this opens up more panels that coordinates high interference of bandwidth over pi, position location of Mother Earth, and line track location of setting. Directing communication of panels, nature, sets, resource, panels, operation, surface, and triangulation. Panel communication cross-line streams, direct signal and high interference, position of travel communications. Centerline communications, high interference. This is where it comes in the clustering communication of panel lines and throw pattern rotation. Directives correlation setting, track location 1 lines. Signify calculation setting, affinity line cycle calculation setting to all position location to a crown. Crown comes in, line rotation center, and track location. Got my equation. All right, so signify gamma 1 signal in position of track lines. So we have infinity 8 line rotation, track locations of 8, 8, 8, 8 position. Okay, center position locations. Now calculates line interference. South position location becomes north, and north becomes south instead of position of travel. Direct calculation high interference, time sequence times lines. 2 atom line rotation interference, a 3 line rotation settings, a 4 line rotation diamond core set location. Travel calculation settings and position locations all set location. Calculation line interference and all line rotations and position of mechanism high set location of travel. Position of travel lines and 3 line rotations and position travel lines. Center communication of sun and moon rotation. That my equation. All right, so that's going to travel out. Like I said, today's a very powerful day. 2 bracket line calculation settings of 1 lines, equal lines and calculations all levels. That comes into position line connection high center. So we come into all levels. Thin bot line rotation, thin bot position travel lines. Android communication, cybergenetic line interference, opposite line position location, travel communication lines, AI track communication settings, track correlation setting, and 4 track communications, flux path communication line interference, and track communication. Directing line calculation lines of 2x 2 line center line interference, mechanism high travel, travel line setting high position location, T force line, set position location, flux path, down through center position location, triangulation, 3 line center location, center position operation, 4 line communication, 5 line 6, set position of 114, position of travel communication line interference of 0, operation line calculation streamline, sun position location of moon, and operation surface. Done by equation. All right, that's going to travel out. Mechanism line calculation of pi, spectral communication of Mother Earth, has to be in a router. Now, router aligns its graph line calculation setting. Comes into light and dark red line rotation across line streams, directing communication lines of panels, coloration line interference. Now, the mechanism line interference crosses streams, vortex communication of Juliet, sets lines cross line stream location of settings, track location to a system, opens all panels and line rotation. Okay, so mechanism calculation setting to its high setting. And it's all levels of travel communications. Okay, 1 position of track. We got 0 lines of 1, 0 lines of 2, 0 lines of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 line settings, 8 line rotations, position locations, and line interference. Position of 114 and track location. Graph and communication line center locating high centers. Now we come into also location of metro scales. Metro line rotation, position location to its open scale. Sets position location of 5, 5, 5, position of 2 panels line rotation center. Track to its correlation setting, 0 line rotation, and center position to its operation. Colossal calculation setting to a dome line setting. Calculation line rotation, center position to its operation. Service to Asgard and line rotation, center position operation. Set line calculation setting, Merkabah tesseract tetrahedron. Diamond core resurface line calculation setting and streamlines and set location in Pluto. Sets lines of track lines and magnetic high wave formation line cycle and set location and travel set location. Done my equation. All right. Scales on meters, meters on scales, direct and redirect locations, 2 panel streamline locations, setting track lines, high center interference. Now the mechanism high interference, brain converts location setting, dimensional door line, lock line, screen lines, high center interference, position location cloud lines, direct and communication setting of travels, set position all levels, left over right, right over left line communication stream lines, direct signals, panel line rotations, clock line center line interference of 24 line rotations, 24 billion cycles, 24 trillion communications, and 24 quadrillion calculation lines of kilo line rotation interference, and pop out position location of perceptions over calculation line setting, position location of Victor, hotel communications all levels, Bravo communications in a Golf communication line center, Sierra communication line center, Whiskey calculation setting, position all levels, Zebra force, set line rotation center, position track lines, operation server location at 24 line rotations, set position of Mother Earth in alpha line rotations, delta theta communication streamlines, indirect panels and line connections to set lines, communication and calligraphy, rotation line center interference, cluster communication settings, modification line circles, high calculation stream locations, electrical line device line rotations, center position and travel communications, open L signal communication line centers, and Mother Earth line rotations, and center communication line interference of future communication setting and adaptation locations of pi. All right, it's all done. See? Very powerful day through set location line settings. See position of track lines. See the fish? 6 and 9. See the fish? Boom, boom, down through equation. Flower erection of time sequence. Opens all panels of communications. All communication of panels. And all direct signal. And all set location. Okay? Set position location of track. See? Solar connection all levels. Correlation of position of travels. Sets position location of lights. Over dark. Light shades and shadows. Yin and yang process. Film project line calculation setting. 24 line grounds. And a 13 graph stream. And a 13 division panel. And a high calculation setting. And 13 line routers. And line position locations into Mother Earth. Of yin and yang. A future adaptation. A high calculation setting. And all line rotations. And all position of travels. And position location of the system. And all line calculation setting. And a film strap locations of pi position. Okay? It's all done. 13 graph stream calculation setting, film projection line streams. 13 filters, line rotations, and position of pi. That's the spectrum communication setting and track locations. Open through the signal line connection of nature's resource position of panels. That's puts position location of grounds, powers in the average line calculation setting, 4/3 lines of 7, puts position line calculation 12 and 24 back where it's supposed to be in perceptions over pi. Done by equation. Okay? So there's 13 film line stream locations in your mechanism high calculation setting travels. Okay, you're in 1500 line calculation settings at 31 line rotations and a set location of 2 operation centers. It's a direct location to your system. All right, through alpha, delta, and theta. Congratulations. No more beta. It's done. Doesn't exist. Like it never existed in the first location. No more dancing line in a rotation. Mother Earth, perception stream locations. Our perceptions of pi is now in a high calculation stream location. Okay, it's all about the mechanism line calculation of travels. Okay, 13 month is now set in her, set, hive, position, track, perception, pi, calculation, flywheel, recognition, time sequence, time calculation, times pi. Mega multipass. Okay, mega multipass. And you notice I'm on signature string location on the other side line connections, right? That's me. This is me. I'm always on the right. I'm always on the left. I'm always on the left. I'm always on the right. So it's always a reflection line calculation of U and set location line setting, spectral communication setting in all levels, and mirror resolution of patterns and position locations. Right? So Mother Earth no longer sees her reflection. You understand what that means? No more track division. All right, done by equation. All right, that's a lot to take in. All right. So Monday line stream, direct location of the atom lines, high center interference. It's going to open you up location of lines, send location of new grounds, and 114. You're open through signal communication of panels of 114 of zero gravity. Mother Earth and set locations. 24 billion cycles. Algorithm settings and positions of pi. It's now open through sequence. Okay? Boom. See you in 5.